to the government and the people of Germany for the warm welcome and hospitality extended to me and my delegation. The Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue provides a valuable platform to exchange ideas on how to address the two interlinked challenges we face, that is of climate and energy. The conference comes just a week after the IPCC released the synthesis report, which essentially puts the world on notice that we are on the brink of irrevocable damage unless we act swiftly and before it's too late. And the message was loud and clear. The world needs to reach net zero sooner than was anticipated in the Paris Agreement, that is by 2040 instead of 2050. How to achieve that goal and what are the drastic actions needed to cut emissions is the dialogue that governments and policymakers around the world must have. And that is why this energy transition meeting is timely. The dialogue on energy transition, on how to balance energy security, affordability, and lower greenhouse emissions is at the heart of sustainable development, and it is a transition that needs to happen even faster. The vital role of energy in our lives and economies must and was brought home last year in 2022, especially to Europe, more compellingly than ever before in recent history. Europe is accelerating its transition to renewable energy, now driven not only by an existential climate imperative, but also by energy security concerns. I think my sister has ably put that in context. Let me today share with you what this transition looks like in Kenya and for Africa, and give the vision of Africa's assets and our ability to leapfrog technologically, make the continent, and Kenya in particular, a critical partner if we are all together going to navigate this next era of energy transition. As I do that, I hope you won't mind me reminding us that 138 years ago, a very different conference was taking place here in Berlin. One that also involved collaboration and cooperation, but of a more exclusive and violent nature. At that Berlin conference, it was a German chancellor who convened 14 of the world's leading powers to divide Africa among themselves and carve up our land and our people as they saw fit. In the years since that conference, so much has changed. We have seen the rise and fall of empires, the independence of African states, and the dawn of new challenges that demand a collective and collaborative response from all of us as we are gathered here in one such. Today, in Africa, we face multiple intertwined crises. We are the continent least responsible, but most vulnerable to climate change and its impacts. We are the continent with the least energy access, with over 600 million Africans still without access to energy. And of course, Africa still carries the scars of colonialism and economic and institutional dependencies that followed it. We not only have to provide secure energy access in clean and renewable way, we need to do this while managing economic dependencies, addressing odious debts, completely shifting our development models to finally prioritize the true flourishing and well-being of our